Hi, I'm Colin, and this is Spaceflight Made Simple. So, before I start, the title isn't clickbait. I'm actually going to talk about why SpaceX is actually going to blow up one of their rockets this weekend. They want to test something called a launch abort system, which, if you don't know what that is, I have a video on that I posted earlier this week. I'll put a link in one of the corners. So yes, why are they blowing up their own rocket? Well, they want to test, like I said, the launch abort system, which basically, really simplified, is a system to try to protect the crew if there's a major rocket failure. Now, to test this, they have to simulate a major rocket failure. They will do so by actually launching a full Falcon 9. I believe the second stage is a dummy stage, but they will launch a full Falcon 9 rocket with a Crew Dragon capsule on top. Nobody inside, empty Crew Dragon. Now, about a minute after launch, when the rocket is going through its most stressful phase of flight, they will shut down the main engines. With the engines off, this stress should start to destroy the rocket. It's around this time that, everything going according to plan, the launch abort system should be activated and pull the Dragon crew capsule safely away from the failing rocket. This Falcon 9 should fragment into a bunch of pieces and fall into the ocean, while the Dragon crew capsule safely parachutes back down into the water. The purpose of this entire operation and spending an entire booster on this is to make sure that the system intended to keep a future crew safe functions, even when the spacecraft is in flight. So hopefully everything goes according to plan. We should get basically this sequence of events. The rocket launches like a pretty normal Falcon 9 launch, and a preset amount of time into the flight, the engines shut down. Shortly after, or right as the engines shut down, we should see the launch abort system ignite. A series of rocket jets on the capsule will pull the capsule away from the rocket. After it is pulled away from the rocket, the service module, which should still be attached to the capsule, will separate, and the Dragon capsule will then begin the process of rotating and deploying its parachutes to land safely in the water. Meanwhile, the remains of the Falcon 9 should fall down in the water off the Cape. This test will verify that the systems are in place so that the crew could survive an event like what happened to the Falcon 9 launching CRS-7. That was a few years back when the Falcon 9 failed during launch, completely destroying the Dragon capsule and the rocket itself. That launch, since it is a cargo launch and not a crew launch, didn't have any sort of abort system or any safety measures in place to keep the payload safe. So the launch failure really only affected that particular payload, which once again didn't include any people, and delayed future Falcon 9 launches until the source of the issue could be figured out. So where and when can you go to see this? Because this is going to be quite the show. So if you're one of those people out there, and I know a few, who really want to see a rocket failure, or just want to watch SpaceX sort of proceed into the last stages of qualifying to launch astronauts into space, where do you go to watch this? So SpaceX always live streams their missions. Sometimes they're a little bit restrictive, like if it's a defense mission, they'll cut off the live stream a little early to prevent giving away any sensitive information. But something like this, they're going to cover fully. So if you want to watch it, there's almost always live streams available on the SpaceX YouTube channel, so I will leave a link down below to their YouTube channel, so you can go check that out. And when? Now, there's a nice long launch window for this one, so they'll probably get it off on that day unless the weather's really nasty. It is a 4-hour launch window starting Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern, which is 7 a.m. Central and 5 a.m. Pacific. So once again, I'll leave a link down below to the SpaceX YouTube channel if you guys want to go check that out. 8 a.m. Eastern on Saturday morning. Hopefully they'll get it off. Should be, once again, very fascinating to watch, and it is a really, really big step in getting the Crew Dragon rated for carrying astronauts, which should hopefully, if this goes according to plan, be within the coming months. So if you enjoyed what you saw here today, or just want more updates on space news and space information, head down below, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you can get notified when I upload new videos. And don't forget to leave a like and a comment. If you have any questions about spaceflight or anything you want me to explain, questions about the coming launch abort test or anything like that, leave them down below. I'll try my best to answer them in the comments, or who knows, maybe it'll become a video down the line. So for Spaceflight Made Simple, I'm Colin, and I will see you next time.